Hello! So I'm back to play a bit more Magic Online. And this time I'm planning on trying out the Legacy Cube draft that's running, I don't know, it's October of 2015. I know that these come back in a cyclic pattern, so I'm not exactly sure what, excuse me, what the particular iteration of this should be called, but I'm doing a Swiss draft now, and yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing, to be quite honest. Basically, all I know about this cube, or like how I like to draft it or play with it, is that I like playing non-aggressive decks, so mid-rangey or control-y, and maybe a Lotus Cobra for the ramp that it provides would be sweet. But I also really like okay, I guess I'm going with that. Yes. Sorry. So, Crater of Behemoth does fit into a ramp strategy pretty well. So I might pick that next. Yeah, so I really like playing with I guess the cube. The whole reason to play the cube is to play with these overpowered cards. It's Legacy, not Vintage Cube or Holiday Cube, I guess that's how it's called. But still, I mean, these are some of the most powerful cards ever printed, or electronically printed, and they're fun to play around with. And in particular, I think the most fun is playing with Planeswalkers. Unfortunately, Green doesn't have a lot of exciting Planeswalkers. Like, there are like a million Garriks. There's a few Nissas. I guess Nissa Worldwaker is the only one in the cube, I hope, and is like the only good one. I guess there could be the new Origins Nissa. I don't know if that's actually in the cube. It might be. But anyway, yeah, so my favorite things to do is play with Planeswalkers. And so if I see a Planeswalker that's pretty exciting, it might convince me to go in that direction. But as it turns out, right now, nothing particularly strikes my fancy. Since I don't really know, basically how I approach any format that I'm not super familiar with is like, okay, pick a card that seems good-ish near the beginning, and then that kind of just like solidifies your colors, and that basically makes it impossible for me to read signals or for other people to send me signals, which is kind of bad. But yeah, so like Master of the Wild Hunt, I do know is like a pretty sweet excuse me, this was, okay, so you can have all your wolves deal damage to a single creature, and then that creature can deal damage back divided amongst as it wants to any of the wolves. And you get a wolf each upkeep. So if it has to survive till the next turn to get really any value out of it, which is kind of sad. But there's like not a million removal here, so yeah. So Freyalise is here, and she pumps out a Llanowar Elf every turn as a +2, and then as a -6, which you can get to in 2 turns, you get cards for each green creature you control, which I'm probably going to have several of. Alternatively, I could pick up like the Oracle of Moldiah. She's actually a really good... She's actually a really good ramp card. Obviously, you get to play an additional land every turn, so it's like an explore every turn. You don't get to draw a card. But the top card of your library is revealed, so if there are multiple lands on the top, you get tons of value. I think Oracle is probably better than Freyalise. Despite what I said about Planeswalkers, I'm not super excited about Freyalise. My favorite, I think, archetype, or I don't know if you can be described as an archetype, but like just color pair is blue-white, and then probably with some extra splash, like maybe going to Esper or Bant, or something like that, because it gets you some pretty sweet Planeswalkers like Venser and Tamio and Ashiok, and so on. So what do I want?
So the Chameleon gets +X until end of turn where X is its power. So it's a 4/4 that can become an 8/8 or you know, 16/16 if you can pop it twice. But really it's not that exciting besides the fact that it's pro-black. And I guess it's a changeling, but I have no idea. I guess it can tap as a wolf. It can... Nah, that's not it. That's nothing else. Where X is the number of creatures you control. Okay. So I don't actually want that. Maybe Beast Within, because green doesn't have that much good removal. And this destroys target permanence, so it's Planeswalker removal. And like I said, Planeswalkers are really sweet. So yeah. Let's see here. This can tap to add mana if there are lands in the graveyard, which there aren't going to be that many. There are like fetches, but there's only like one of each fetch. The black effect is actually like what you would want this for. The green effect really not that useful. I guess the green effect is good against reanimator strategies, so it might just be fine as a sideboard card. Right now, maybe I should be considering moving into another color. Like Trigon Predator is like a pretty sweet thing to destroy enchantments, and so is Cassilia Pride Mage. Cassali Pride Mage. But I think Trigon Predator is better. Maybe Chasm Skulker, but I'm just going blue. Trigon Predator just might be better. Yeah, okay, whatever. Okay, Chord of Calling, there's no though. Lets you cheat out things. You just need a bunch of dorks, and then you get stuff. Huh, yeah. This Chandra... I don't like this Chandra. The other two Chandras, I think there are only 3 in the cube. Maybe there are more. I don't actually know how many Chandras have been printed. But Chandra Pyromaster and Chandra something are both kind of cool, but none of them are all that exciting. Core Calling is just fine in a beefy green creature deck. I feel like Wild Mongrel is supposed to be good, but like in an aggressive strategy, maybe I'm not there. Lawless Troll could be sweet. Maybe Exalted Angel or Grim Lavamancer. I could take one of these lands. I could take an Oust that's like counter removal. Maybe I just take the Lawless Troll and maybe I play black. Who knows? Overrun. That seems sweet. Alright. Schadenport I think is good. It's like good sometimes. And Mana Gorger Hydra. This I know was pretty sweet in Origins, and you know, I imagine the power level of this cube is much higher than Origins is, but still, I mean, if they can't answer it, then they pretty much die to it. City of Brass? Rootbound Crag? City of Brass? Sure. I don't know. Hopefully it's not going to kill me. Shivan Reef, Roast, Duress, Thassa. Maybe I play Thassa. So I'm never going to turn Thassa on if I play Thassa. Or Erebos. What does Erebos even do? Lets you pay 2 life to draw a card? I'll just take this Changeling. There's 2 more picks in the pack. Pretty glad these packs don't have Knights. Deathrite Summon Wield. I didn't even realize it was possible for it to wield. Like, I thought it was too late in this cycle. But I guess I've only seen it once. So, yeah. Okay. Deathrite Shaman. Gotcha. And Chandra Galnar came back. That seems to suggest that it's not a very good Chandra, or Planeswalker, or just card. Or people don't believe it is. So, I don't know. This, I guess, the Deathrite Shaman is maybe a reason to play... What did I put in here? Oh, a reason to play black. And then Lawless Troll is another black card. So Swords to Plowshares is pretty strong.
Time Warp can be pretty brutal if you're killing them with it. Like, you play Time Warp and you get 2 attack steps basically. Jace is cool, so is Dragonite Silumgar, though 2 off-color cards. I don't know if I'm just gonna jump into Sultile all of a sudden. I guess I am considering black. Just having a Mana Dork, I think you just always want a lot of Mana Dorks. So I think this is fine. And yeah, nothing else really looks that exciting. I guess... I don't know exactly what my plan is, besides, I guess, playing a Craterhoof Behemoth or courting in a Craterhoof Behemoth. Enters the battlefield, creatures control gain trample until end of turn, something. That's kind of awkward if you're tapping creatures to play it. But still, could be cool. Wolfear Silverheart is kind of strong. Overrun's only 5. I thought I remembered Overrun being more expensive. I guess Overrun's just really good. I can try randomly falling into Reanimation strategy. I don't think so. Warden Power Stone is pretty nice, isn't it? It's definitely ramp. And this Wolfear is probably going to wheel. And is there something else that I really want? Like, Midnight Banshee is super black. And I don't think I can get there. Also, it's going to kill all of my other creatures. I really like this card. I really like black cards that, like, don't give a fuck if they're hurting you as well as your opponent. Like, I think just the flavor of all of that is really nice. But, you know, whatever. Return the top creature card of your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature gains haste and then return. Exile it at the beginning of your next end step. Yeah, okay. Makeshift Mannequin. So there are some Reanimator cards. Fintorn Elves is just another 1 green, 1/1 that taps for a green. Absence Program actually taps for a white, so if I were to play white, that could be somewhat relevant. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna take another Mana Dork, because these are actually really strong. So that's interesting. So what's interesting is there's Tarmogoyf, which I'm not sure is actually good in the cube. It's like really good in modern, but in like the cube limited environment, I don't know if you're gonna have that many, like that much diversity of cards in your graveyard. Just in general. So Birthing Pod can turn a thing into a thing into a thing into another thing. Yeah, I don't think I have a really good Birthing Pod chain. I don't know if, like, maybe it'll wheel, maybe I'll have something crazy going on. Currently I'm basically mono green, and that's not really what I want to be, but I'm really bad at making decisions. And ooh, Gristlebrand! Gristlebrand's like the perfect reanimation target. Like, literally the reason to go into Reanimator is to have a Gristlebrand. I guess no one in the direction I'm being passed from is reanimating. That's so sad. I don't think I can play Gristlebrand. I could ramp him out if I were playing a lot of black, which, I mean, like, it's not impossible to hard cast a Gristlebrand, but Genesis Wave seems pretty sweet if I'm just ramping all day and all night. So let's go with Genesis Wave. And Emrakul the Aeon's Torn with Genesis Wave, that's a combo. Maybe I try to do some sort of ramp slash show and tell and sneak attack thing with the Emrakul. So, like, what am I taking if not that? Upheaval works with... I guess it works with stuff. Like, if it works kind of well with ramp strategies, right? Because you tap all your mana, you upheaval, and you use the excess mana to replay some things, and then you have things on the board while your opponent has nothing. And they have to start over from turn 1, you get to start over from like turn 3 or something. I'm going to take Emrakul because it's Emrakul, and I've never played with Emrakul. And I'm probably not going to... I'm going to continue not playing with Emrakul, but it's possible that I will. So, have I seen this pack before? I don't think so. This might be the... What is this? 4
for 9. There are 9 cards in the pack still. Yes. So I've not seen this pack yet. I don't know what's going to wheel. I don't know if I want to explore or Thragtusk. I'm basically just looking at the green cards at this point. I've not really seen black to be that horribly open. So I'm basically open to my second color going into pack 3. I guess there's some more cards in this pack. I think Thragtusk might be it. I have no 5-drops. I kind of want a 5-drop. I guess I have Overrun. But yeah. Every mana costs 3 or less. I've got 6 cards. Oh wait, no. These are creatures? Okay, so I've got 7, including Land Victor Hydro. Besides that, so I'm like unlikely to hit more than like 1 creature off Collective Company. So it's just an instant speed 4 mana 3-drop off the top, which isn't the worst. Chromox is a neat ramp spell. You can put it in place of a land, and it'll do stuff for you sometimes. I clearly didn't take it, but you know. Stuff. And things. Vampire Hexmage is Planeswalker removal. I don't know that it's good for anything else, but maybe it's worth it as a sideboard card. Brush land can let me play white. Godless Shrine can also let me play white and black, maybe, if I'm going into Abzan. I don't really care about any of these. On the off chance I go white. Well, the Midnight Banshee wheeled. That's not really a signal. I don't think people really like black in the cube. I kind of really like white and black and blue. I tried to make white-black tokens work once, and that didn't really end up happening. But let's see here. Sega Skyland. Because whatever. 2 reanimation cards wheeled. That's kind of sad. Maybe I should have gone into Reanimator at some point. No, I don't know how to switch. I think I could take the Corpse Dance just as a value thing at some point, possibly. Be like, okay, I'll just recur my last big thing that was trying to eat you. An Everflowing Chalice is actually pretty nice. I don't think I even noticed it the first time it came around. I'm glad it came back. Bloodsoaked Champion, Quarter Paladin. So this is like kind of aggressive, and maybe I'm being kind of aggressive. Is Winter good? Maybe. I've got a lot of mana dorks. It's too late now. Frenzied Goblin or Garroth's Messenger. I guess the Frenzied Goblin might kill me more often. Aether Vial. Aether Vial seems like a really strong card when you read it. It's just like you get to play creatures for free, and like the later is in the game, the bigger the creature you can play for free. But I don't know. I think the standards in Cube are much higher, and I don't know what it takes to make a good Aether Vial deck. Like, maybe I wait 15 turns and put in Evercool, but I don't think that's what I'm doing here. So, what the heck is Carrion Feeder good for? It seems like it might just be a sack outlet, but I don't know what you're trying to do with sack outlets. Huh. So there's a Tangle Wire. Artifact, creature, or land. Here she controls the fade counter. No. Treat the Angels. That's pretty cool if I were playing white, maybe. Arbor Elf is another mana dork, though. And Disfigure is removal. That's about all I'm seeing here. So, mana dork. I kind of want more high-end to go into. Natural Order. Search your library for a green card, put it into the battlefield after you sack a green creature. I've got a lot of green creatures, and getting Crater of Behemoth from my library seems pretty strong. So there's actually a number of cards in here that I'm pretty interested in. So Natural Order being what first caught my eye. Nissa's pretty great. If you can flip her, she's the strongest of the Origin Planeswalkers, I'm pretty sure. Thrun is just, you know, kind of a difficult threat, especially against, you know,
blue heavy or control heavy decks, it's just kind of difficult to deal with. It's like a 4/4. It doesn't hit for much more than 4. But it's hexproof and it's regenerationable. I'm gonna go with Natural Order. It kind of makes my 4-drop slot pretty heavy. But maybe Nissa will wheel? I think Natural Order is more likely to wheel than Nissa. But I want Natural Order more. Though I don't have big things to play off of it. Whatever. I'm gonna play the Natural Order. And, ooh, Primeval Titan. Okay, I'm excited now. That's another thing that I really want to hit off of, say, Genesis Wave, or Core the Calling, or Natural Order. Mirari's Wake is pretty sweet too, but I'm pretty sure Primeval Titan. Maelstrom Pulse is also a great reason to be in black-green. But again, Primeval Titan. I don't have any 6-drops, now I do. Garruk Wildspeaker puts out 3/3 tokens as a minus, or untaps 2 lands as a plus. But he's only a 4-drop, so that's cool. Also Deep Shadow deals a damage too, but is also a mana dork, and taps for black for however much that matters. I don't think the Bloodstone the Bloodstone Champion is what I want to be. So, there's another Titan here, but I'm definitely not blue at this point. Well, I'm definitely not blue either. I have 2 black cards, and even Deathray Shaman is not really a black card. And another 4-drop, I don't think I really need, though I don't really think I want to be playing Collected Company. Or like this Chameleon, really. I don't know if I want to play this Tarmogoyf. And these are just cards I'm not super excited about. And this Lullith Troll, apparently I picked the Garrigo. Oh well. Okay. In terms of green, there is nothing. In terms of black, there's Languish and Profane Command. And whatever. Both double black, so it's kinda heavy commitment. Chromatic Lantern is both fixing and ramp. It's kinda nice, but I'm not really playing a million colors. Thran Dynamo is ramp, but all that way at 4, and I actually don't have that much high end. I have this Emrakul here, which is kind of hilarious. But, besides that, not much. Ancient Tomb is also ramp, and it's a land, so maybe I just take that. Rampaging Balos is a 6/6 that puts out 4/4s with landfall. Sheoldred is awesome. I'm just really like infatuated with black and like everything that black like represents. But I'm definitely not playing it here in like this sense. Like I'm not gonna be able to cast a Sheoldred at 7. I mean actually, yeah, it's not that impossible. Since I don't have a huge green I don't have a huge color commitment anywhere outside of green, I could play a certain number of black cards just to land Sheoldred. But I think I'd rather just take this and not be too crazy here. And then maybe Summoning Trap? Or Abrupt Decay. Maybe Abrupt Decay. Maybe I need the removal more, and or 2-drop. Yeah, Summoning Trap's kind of like a Genesis Wave for 1. Well, no, look at the top 7. For 7/1. Genesis Wave lets you put X permanents. You may put any number of permanents. Oh, okay, any number of permanents that cost X or less. This is just any creature. Oh, that's interesting. It's permanent cards. That's weird. And you just get to play all your lands from the top 2. Huh. I just didn't consider that. Ball Blossom seems sweet. Muldrifter also, I think, is pretty good. I don't know why it's all the way down here. But I'm not playing blue. And that's that. And now Survivalist, maybe a sideboard card. I'm like shorter on playables than I thought I'd be. I guess like these are playable. Let's see. Sundering Titan might be another big thing. Do I need another big thing? I feel like the realm of up to 6-drop is reasonable to just cast off of like hitting your land drops on time. And then anything past that, like
Buff being at 8 or Emrakul at 15, which I probably shouldn't be playing, is something you like need ramp or cheaty effects to get to. Whispered Elemental is a fine dude. Doom Necromancer. Sack creature. No, sack it. Return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. Huh. I don't think so. I'm not really playing Reanimator. So, maybe I just take the Banefire. So, like, X-Spells, Fireballs, in ramp strategies are pretty nice. I did end up going red. Okay, both black cards wheeled. And so the Teferi. I really like Teferi, though I don't think I've ever had him be good. I like what the words on his card says. So, Profane Command or Languish. What does this do? Gives creatures fear. Oh, which is interesting. Oh, no, I got Teferi. Never mind. The Warhammer. Yeah. Warhammer's good, maybe. So I've got some elves. Deathrite Shaman might not be good enough. Kyora's Faller isn't like an elf, but I'm not playing blue. Deathrite Shaman will come in against Reanimator decks if they exist, which they don't really look like they are, considering of all the Reanimator cards wheeling. So, this Emrakul is kind of a joke, I think. The only way I could play Emrakul is off of a Genesis wave, or maybe I should have taken that Summoner's Trap. Huh. I don't need this City of Brass, and it's gonna hurt me more often than it's gonna help me cast my one of Abrupt Decay. I guess I'm green splash black for Abrupt Decay. And then I get to cut another card or two. Let's see. Master of the Wild Hunt, Garrick, Wild Speaker, Arkham Dia. So if I were being serious, I should probably just cut Emrakul, play 16 lands, including this Ancient Tomb, this Everflowing Chalice, this Worn Power Stone, and 3 elves. I think 16 lands probably reasonable. So I think we'll start off with what's reasonable, and not play any black sources for my Abrupt Decay? I don't think so. I literally have no way of casting this Abrupt Decay if I don't. Right? Like, I don't. Everflowing Chalice caps are colorless, so does Ancient Tomb, so does Worn Power Stone, so does the Man. Blah, blah, blah. Locks on Warhammer actually may be a little awkward. I don't know why it's awkward. It makes things have trample. Huh. And it gives them lifelink, which keeps me alive. And +3/+0, so it makes all of these elves a threat. Okay, so what was that, 14? Wait, why? Cancel. I'm at 24 plus 1 here. Add basic lands. Why is it only offering 14 lands? This isn't a valid deck, I need an extra card. Okay. And now it's asking for another forest. Okay. So 14 forests seems a little bit overkill. Let's try, since each of these tap for green, Arbor Elf untaps a forest, yeah, and then I don't have any. This actually taps for white. I can't really take advantage of that in any reasonable way. I have this City of Brass Brushland that can tap for white, but no white spells to cast. Okay, so I have at least 2 elves that tap for green. So I got rid of that many. So I'm running 11 forests. Let's make it 10. 10-5. And I'm probably running enough black now to make either of these, like, reasonable, if they're better than what I'm looking at here. And so Absence Pilgrim just taps for white, though Deathrite Shaman taps for mana less often than Absence Pilgrim. So Absence Pilgrim basically taps for colorless. Deathrite Shaman taps for colorless some of the time, or any color some of the time, but pretty rarely, I think. What it does do is let me deal some direct damage, or gain some life, or beat up reanimation strategies pretty nicely. It also lets me, screw over Tarmogoyf, but I have the Tarmogoyf. Chameleon Colossus, Collected Company, and Anox Survivalist. This is, again, another sideboard card against enchantments or artifacts that I need to beat. Okay.
So the main deck now has 20 lands for some reason. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. All these lands go away. What I was saying was that I want 10 and 4, I guess? That's what I meant? Yeah, let's try 10 and 4. Right, because it is only offering me 14 lands for whatever reason. I just want one more swamp. So 10 and 5. Okay, that is why I meant 5 swamps. I don't know how I ended up with 44 cards in my deck, or 20 lands. But okay, so I have a few more minutes, and I want to just solidify. Excuse me. I want to solidify my decision to not play Emrakul. Can I live with myself by not playing Emrakul? How do I cast Emrakul? I have 15 lands in play. I have no way of getting extra lands into play besides the Oracle of Moldiah. Or the Genesis Wave, actually. So if Genesis Wave misses Emrakul, what is this? 50 mana cost, X or less. Oh, right. Okay, so the mana cost is being affected by Genesis Wave. So I can't cheat out Emrakul using the Genesis Wave. Again, Court of Calling is probably even better than Genesis Wave to get Emrakul out. I would need 18 mana, or like 18 mana plus creatures, I guess. If the number of creatures and mana I have is greater than or equal to 18, I could just get Emrakul from my deck. But I don't think that's going to happen that often, and if it was going to happen, then I was probably going to win anyway. Yeah, I don't think Emrakul is a good idea. Summoner's Trap actually would have made Emrakul more playable, but it's not happening at this point. Yeah, this deck is kind of just meh. I don't have all that great stuff. If I group creatures separately, there might be some non-creatures I want to cut for creatures. Let's see. So this is ramp, this is removal, and this is removal, and this is just an equipment. That's pretty efficient. It's great in most of the environments, and I don't know how good it is in cube. And so you're kind of ramp. You are playing 2 lands for 4 mana. So it's a 4 mana Warm Power Stone that doesn't enter the battlefield tapped. I don't know if I would play that, but it also has other abilities. Eventually, it turns into an overrun, right? Its ultimate is literally overrun, which is pretty sweet. So that's a win condition, kind of right there. If I have some dorks out, but yeah. So Natural Order does let me cheat out either Primeval Titan, Ravaging Baelast, or Craterhoof Behemoth. Craterhoof Behemoth is on end of the battlefield, not on cast, so that totally works. So overrun, Garruk, and other stuff. Okay. Yeah, I think this is pretty sweet. I don't have anything that great. This is basically mono green, splash, abrupt decay. But I think that's fine. And I don't think I need Lolth Troll. Do I need this Wall of Blossoms? It draws a card. It's a creature that draws a card is, I think, it's a cantrip, basically. It lets me get away with playing fewer lands because it'll maybe draw me into my 3rd land. Yeah, okay. I am satisfied. Cool. Okay, so I will see you back here for round 1. Thanks for joining me.